There was a lot made in the offseason. Oh, Tyreek Hill left. Well, I looked at the box score last night. The Chiefs had 29 first downs without him, 18 passing first downs without him. We're great on third down without him, and we're 4-4 in the red zone without Tyreek Hill. Of course you get 5 draft picks for Tyreek Hill. Is Patrick Mahomes still great? Yep. Is Travis Kelce still the best red zone weapon in the league? Yep. Is Andy Reid still the great play designer? Yep. And is the offense still wildly productive, although perhaps not as fast? Yep. Of course you take the draft picks. Companies make personnel decisions and tough choices all the time. Tyreek Hill made the Chiefs faster. I don't know if he makes them better. I still got the brains with Andy Reid. I got the arm win leadership with Mahomes. I got the guy building the roster upstairs, Brett Veach, and Travis Kelce. Those are the 4 pieces. I'm going to move off all sorts of players. Defensively, one guy I have to have, Chris Jones. Everybody else, you can have off that roster. Travis Kelce leads the NFL in red zone touchdowns and red zone catches. By the way, ask yourself this. The best quarterback ever, Tom Brady. Who was the guy he was most loyal to that he keeps talking out of retirement? It's Gronk, right? And this is Mahomes. Andy Reid and Mahomes are always going to be able to get yards inside the 20. Listen, average offenses can get yards inside the 20s and 30s. The key is not Tyreek Hill's speed. The key is when you get down the 12-yard line, the 14-yard line, the 9-yard line, and everybody's jammed in, and you can't throw a deep ball. Okay, that's out of your offense now. Speed doesn't become as important. Who's the best guy in the league the previous 10 years in the red zone? Gronk was a matchup nightmare. Who's a matchup nightmare? Travis Kelce. I like speed. The Chiefs won't be as fast, but they won't be slow. They won't just be as fast. When I look at Andy Reid, Mahomes, Brett Veach, and Travis Kelce, in the previous 4 years, Kelce led them in catches for 3 of those 4. The only year Travis Kelce didn't lead him in catches was the last year where Tyreek Hill was unhappy with his contract, and so they tried to get him more catches. The base, the foundation of this organization is the GM, the coach, the quarterback, the tight end, and that defensive tackle. Of course, you take the 5 draft picks. I watched them last night. Nothing's changed with this team. They still fall behind. They're still the most talented. They're still unbelievably smart and clever in the red zone. They have the most talented quarterback. Listen, you can like Aaron Rodgers. Stop. Nobody in the league is close to Mahomes. Leadership, coming from behind, arm talent, able to move. He's now separated himself. He's in a class by himself. Josh Allen's talented, but he doesn't win those games, those close games, like Mahomes does. Mahomes' career now is defined. Not only his talent, coming from behind and winning these close games. Josh Allen hasn't checked that final box. He's not winning these close games. He's winning blowouts. He's got a better defense. He's got a better pass rush. He has a defensive coach. But Allen hasn't proven that he can win these close come-from-behind games like Mahomes, and that's what separates him. Okay, I want to talk about, there's a lot of different things to talk about in this game. Let me talk about going for 2. So this becomes a discussion a lot. I'll get to the Chris Jones sack, non-sack in a second. To me, it's always been situational. Like, I don't believe there's like a book, because in your book of analytics, is Mahomes in there? I mean, is Jacoby Brissett in your book? Is that when it comes to going for 2, I think about a lot of things. First of all, I'm the Raiders. Do I like my quarterback? Do I like my weapons? Do I like my running back? Going for 2 short yardage? The answer is yeah. All right. Secondly, who are we facing? Who's their playmakers? Oh, it's Patrick Mahomes. Okay, that kind of changes everything, right? Like, I like my people, but I also know the other team may be one of the only teams in the league that has better people than my people. And there's like 4 minutes left. So, I mean, pilots look before they take the plane off. What do pilots do? What's the weather? They change course. Surgeons get the x-rays in. A surgeon has a hunch what's wrong with you or me. And then they get the x-rays in. And then they change their decision. The reality with this stuff is the Raider players were totally behind it. I thought Josh Jacobs got in, but I totally understand when you're facing Patrick Mahomes, especially at Arrowhead, I'm going for it. I'm going to try to, I like my playmakers. I know what's on the other side. It's totally different. Chargers in Cleveland. It's Jacoby Brissett. He's really a career backup. He didn't have any timeouts. Raiders still had a timeout. And they have a good field goal kicker. So if they got the ball back after Mahomes scored, I'd take my chances maybe. But to me, this whole thing about do you go for it, do you not go for it, how do you not consider who you're facing? I'm facing Patrick Mahomes. I'm in Kansas City. I'm going to go and try to take a lead. And Sean Payton talked about all the decisions all these coaches make going for two late in games.
I'm tired. I'm not tired, but the fourth down, going for it. Like, I didn't like that. I 100% agree. It's a different, when we play Rodgers, when we play Mahomes, so we think differently. The numbers are different. These guys are the best in the last 20 years in 2-minute offense. And so, and I look, Jacoby's doing a great job, but all of that's factored in.
Yeah, the previous 5 drives for Mahomes and the Chiefs, touchdown, 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 field goal, touchdown. You got to coach differently. You got to go for it. I like Derek Carr. I like Josh Jacobs. I got my Hunter Renfrow. I got Devontae Adams. I like my people. But more than anything, their people scare me. That's why the Chargers, I thought, made a mistake. Jacoby Brissett, they don't have a dynamic receiving core. They don't have enough time to use their best offensive player, Nick Chubb. Yeah, go ahead. See if you can punt it. See if you can go 60 yards. I got Reid, Mahomes, Kelce. I got and I got 4 minutes. And the best come-from-behind quarterback of all time. I got to take my chances. Yeah, I am pro analytics. Basketball, baseball, football. But I think sometimes we think there's this book on analytics. And the book is who are your playmakers and who are theirs. And I think Mahomes, and this is what the great ones do. Very few players do this. But like if you were in a division against Peyton Manning for years, you just drafted pass rushers. You had to get to Peyton Manning. You couldn't outscore him, so you had to slow him down. For years, Brady in his division, a lot of people hired defensive coaches. The Jets hired defensive coaches. Buffalo hired defensive coaches. We got to stop Tom Brady. If Mahomes is in your division and the Raiders are in the same division with Mahomes twice a year, you have to coach more aggressively. He literally changes your off seasons. He changes your in seasons. He changes your red zone offense. He changes your coaches. That is greatness. That's what Michael Jordan did. That's what Magic did. That's what Peyton Manning did. That's what Brady did. That's what Mahomes does. I don't care about the book. All I know is this. I face Mahomes. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it in 4th and short. By the way, what did the Raiders do in the offseason? They went and got an offensive coach to give Derek Carr the best chance to beat Mahomes, and they also signed another pass rusher. So they got Crosby and another pass rusher. That's what Mahomes does. He changed your drafts, your game plans, your situation, and to me, the 4th down situations, it's all about personnel, momentum, and who's on the other side. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.